Assalamu alaikum. Happy Ramadan, Ramadan Mubarak to all my brothers and sisters around the world. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make your very own prayer beads, Dhikr beads. This is what it's going to look like, and I will give you all the details as well as let you know all the materials that you're going to need. So thanks for checking me out. Here we go. Okay, so you will need, I'm using 22 gauge jewelry wire. You're going to need your nipper tool, I call these my loopy tools because I use them to make little loops, obviously, but they're just your regular round nose pliers. Obviously beads of your choice. Today I'm working with these pink, oops, it's alive, these pink little shimmery, shiny, glittery, whatever they're called. And then these are my favorite new little discoveries. They're little spacers. You can get them in any color or any finish, different sizes. These are the smallest ones that I have, and I think these work out really well. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting these together, a whole bunch of these. For prayer beads, you're going to need, obviously, 33 of them. So what I've done is I've taken my wire, I've put on one spacer, one bead, another spacer, and then I've looped rosary style, looped both ends. So it's very simple. So here we go. So I'm going to take my wire. I go to the very, very tip of my pliers, and I just make my little loop, turn it, make sure it's sitting up straight. I'm going to put on our spacer first, then my bead, and then my other spacer. I'm not even sure they're called spacers, that's just what I call them. Don't judge me. Okay, and then you want to leave about, this is how I always gauge it, just the width of my pinky. That's how much I want to cut. That gives you tighter loops, but if you like the wider kind, then you obviously need to leave yourself a little bit more wire to work with. So here we go. This is what it looks like again, and you just want to repeat the process 33 times. I'm almost finished, so I will finish this up and then show you guys what we are going to do next. Okay, so I finished all 33 of these beautiful little bead thingies. I don't know what to call them. Now the next step is really important. So we're going to now use our needle nose pliers, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your bead. So this is the little combination that we've put together. You're going to pick a side, and what you want to do is you want to be very, very, very careful on how you do this, but you just want to open up the loop. So you take your needle nose pliers and you just twist up. You don't want to undo the circle, the little loopy thing. You just want to twist up to open it. You take a new one, you put it on there, and then you close it. In this step, it's very important that you close tightly. That way it's strong and it's not going to come apart. Often when you don't do that, they will just slip right out, and that sucks. So here we go. So you just continue doing this. If you've already assembled all of these and you've got them all together, this step actually does not take very long at all. You're basically just opening loops, putting a thing on there, and then closing your loop again. So I've got here an example of kind of what it's gonna come together as. So it looks beautiful, and it's gonna give it a little bit more length in between your beads because you've got the loop and you've got your little spacers there. So we're just going to continue looping until we get all 33 beads looped around, and then I will show you guys what the next step is. I forgot to mention that we are also going to be using one of these little tassel things. You can purchase this at any beading store, any finish. Again, they have some longer ones, they have shorter ones. These are really nice to put at the bottom because you can just dangle like chain from the bottom or beads or You don't even have to have anything. I really like these because I feel like they really finish it off and make it look really professional. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like right now. I've put on all my beads. One very important step before you actually finish is you want to count. Count how many beads you have, please, because I just realized that I have 34. So that would have been a funny little mess up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this last one off and kind of move on. Now, again, how you finish it is really up to you. You can just put the beads on there and then close it up and just make it like one continuous circle. You can have something dangling from the bottom. I think that's more traditional. That's what I see more than anything else. But really, it's up to you. So you want to pull on it. I like to tug on it a couple times, make sure that it's nice and strong. Check all my little loops to make sure that everything is looking good, and I think it is. So let's move on. Okay, we're going to connect the bottom part with one of these. They're just little wire loops. They're called jumpers. We're just going to open up a jumper, put one end through here, shake it, make sure that it's not all twisted up, untwist it. Looks good to me. Put the other one through, and we're just going to close it. I actually ended up finding some chain. I thought I was all out, but it appears that I'm not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this chain and I'm going to count the amount of links that I want. So depending on the length that I want to use. So I think I'm going to do something a little bit shorter. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to do 13 of these, 13 links. So this is really helpful. What you want to do is you want to take one of these, just a piece of wire, a pen, whatever. And what I do is I put the chain down and I just count and I put it through the one that I want to cut off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is that's how long I want it to be. So I'm going to go over one more to 14, put it through, and then pull up. Now I'm holding in my hand, or on this little wire, the 14th loop. What you need, chain is really hard to just cut open. So what you want to do is you actually want to physically open up this link, and you're gonna do that by grabbing one side with one pair of pliers. Sorry, had to grab my other pliers. And then you want to grab the other side with another pair of pliers. Oh, I grabbed the wrong ones. Let's see if this works anyway. You just twist, open up that link. Take it out, and what you've got are your 13 loops. I'll put this aside. Repeat. I think I'm going to do maybe 3 of these to start, and then see how it looks, and if I want to change it. Okay, now that I've got that, this is what I'm going to do to hang my tassel. So we're going to take our round nose pliers again. We're going to take a piece of wire. This is about maybe 1.5 inches. That's about how much you want to start off with. So we're going to make a somewhat bigger loop. So you want to go further down on here, and I'll tell you guys why in just a minute. I'm going to actually try to go as far down as I possibly can to make the biggest loop possible. The reason why we're going to do that is because, as you can see, this the tassel at the bottom, it goes smallest to biggest. And so if you do a really small loop, it's going to go way in there, like way inside, and then your chain's only going to dangle down about that much on the outside. So to avoid that and to make it easier for us to dangle our chain further down, you want to have a bigger loop, which it'll make it so that it gets stuck further down. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. So here we've got a pretty wide loop. Put it further down. See how close it is to the bottom? That means that our chain's going to start hanging like right there. If you make the smaller you make your loop, the further up it's going to go, and then the smaller that it's going to appear. So that looks about real good. So then we're going to just keep that big loop there. We're just going to open it up with our pliers, and we're just going to dangle the chain from the bottom. And close that back up. It's pretty secure, I think. And now we're going to put this through our tassel. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, now you've got about maybe a little bit more than half an inch sticking up above the top, which is perfect. So then we're going to go, this is our necklace, or I'm sorry, these are our beads. We're going to find where our jumper is, that first initial jumper that we had made, or that we had put on there. And now we can actually cut off some of this. We can nip about maybe that much. We just are going to make a pretty small loop there at the top. So I'm thinking about that is good. And we're going to make a loop again, just to connect it all together. I'm really awful at this video making thing. I will practice, inshallah. We've got so many cool projects to share with you guys. Okay. It's kind of a jacked up loop, but it's all good. So you can either open up your loop or you can open up your jumper, whichever one you want to connect them. I'm just going to open up my jumper. And put this through there. And then close it back up. And what you have, ladies and gentlemen, is a finished product. And it's so pretty. I will insert photos that'll better show you kind of what this is. I actually give these out as gifts. I don't think I've kept any that I've made. This one I'm going to give to a sister who got married last night. MashaAllah, she had her nikah at the mosque. It was beautiful. So this is going to be a gift for her. Again, these are really simple to make. You can use whatever type of beads that you like. I've used pearls in the past. I've used these big glittery beads. I've made them with like wooden beads, ceramic beads, whatever your preference is. But they're really easy and they're beautiful. And it's Ramadan, so you should make one as a gift and give it out to someone. They make great Eid gifts as well. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to comment. Assalamu alaikum.